What's up, or Dub Nation? Rich with Let's Go Warriors and Dean out there. Hey, Dean, glad you could hop on. Yeah, we're going to watch the highly anticipated Wemby versus Shai matchup. Let's get the Discord up because there's some commentary from Draymond Green that we should play for you before the game starts. And that is right here. Let's go down to day. You can see how everything's organized. Let's play this real quick.
SGA officially wins the NBA MVP award, with Joker finishing second and Wemby finishing third. There was a discrepancy with this. Shams leaked it. It's actually embarrassing. It makes our league look like we have no organization. Like, that's child's play. Now, you got the game. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander will be presented the award, and Wemby's on the other side. Usually, it's a very tough game to play in when these things happen. What would Wemby's mindset be is the question. The reality is, it's like, this is the conference finals. There's 4 teams left. You got all the motivation you need. You stand in the way of us being one of the final 2 teams. That's enough motivation in itself. However, it is tough emotionally to see your guy get that award and then reset and go play that game right away. It gets tough. We shall see how OKC handle it, but I would not be surprised if OKC struggles a bit coming out in this game, because you're just trying to get over the emotions of watching your guy do some incredible things, and it's tough at times. So we'll see how they handle it. You don't need any more motivation.
All right. Let's check what else is happening in the NBA from Paycom Center, because there's a lot of there's a lot of behind the scenes going on. And there's the trophy presentation for Shai. Okay, let me update a couple things. Yeah, details. Okay, cool. Wow. De'Aaron Fox is injured ankle. Therefore, Dylan Harper gets the start. Stephon Castle also out there. And it begs the question, should we draft a Stephon Dylan Harper type, such as LeBaron Philon, or what do we go with on that? I have my own views on that. I think you guys probably know this already, but I am heavily biased. And so I want Yaxel, but there are good reasons for drafting Yaxel. But we'll talk about that like at halftime or something. Let me pop out the live chat on my computer. And also, as we haven't tipped off yet, let me show you the live, the Let's Go Warriors. Oh, I forgot to read this, Marcus Thompson. Let's go show you the Let's Go Warriors website, which has the latest and greatest. Check it out, guys. Oh, I forgot to read this, Marcus Thompson. Sorry, the Let's Go Warriors website, which had. Sorry about that. Okay, there we go. Local men vow to close bakery. Do you guys see that? They're doing intros right now. Do you want me to do the play-by-play? What's up, Daniel Barry? Let's get Dean's comment a screenshot. Let's get Daniel Barry a screenshot right here. Oh, I forgot to post it in our thing here. Anyways, yo, let's go to previews and recaps. Scroll all the way down, and there we go. We have that right there. All right. Do you want me to do play-by-play? because if you're, maybe you're at work and you can't watch the game, so it'd be nice if I gave you the play-by-play. Happy to do that, no problem. It's been a while. And by the way, the website, latest and greatest on our Substack. Local men vow to close bakery. I shouted out Pinky and Bruce. Anybody remember who first said bakery? Was it Bruce? I'd give him credit. Is Bruce here? No. Who first came up with bakery on here? That is my question. Oh, how many people we got on Substack? Let's check. One. I got myself. Okay. Referees tonight. Zach Zarba. He's growing on me a little bit. John Goble needs improvement, according to the NBPA. Mitchell Ervin's my favorite one out of these guys. And Ed Malloy's the best one out of these guys, but he's an alternate. And we will pull up an NBA box score. Okay, I'll do play-by-play. Box score. Ooh, I should check the ESPN box score. Huh. Because I now know how to delete the top box score, which is pretty cool. Okay, box score, here we go. All right. We're tipping off right about now. Wemby wins the tip. 7:18 mark. All right, left side Dylan. Got Lou Dort on him. Kick it over to Stephon. Castle. I'll just call him Castle. I can't call him Steph. Castle for 3 on the catch. Swish. Assist Dylan Harper. These two guards, man, Dylan and Castle. Ooh, great matchup. Great matchup. Let alone Shea. Stephon's got his hands full covering Shea. They just switched it too. And Chet against Stephon. Now switch back to Champagnie. And Lou Dort drives, flips it to Isaiah. Missed it. Rebound Sham. And here comes Dylan. Try to get downhill on J-Dub. Nothing there. Good defense. Up top. Kick at the left side. Wemby with a tough 3. And it was a reach in on Lou Dort. Fouled on the shot. Interesting. Lou Dort on Wemby. Got some cross matches. Because Chet is supposed to guard Wemby, but he had to cover Castle. Now, are we going to shoot 3? I don't know. Oh, by the way, I have tried closing my eyes with what Wemby does on the free throw line. I can't do it. Like, I think it doesn't work for me because when I close my eyes, I tend to, try and escape the physical world, if you will. So the whole time I got to have my eyes wide open and just embrace the environment. 2 shots only. 5-zip San Antonio. Castle on Shea. Kick it over to Isaiah. Looking for the handoff to J-Dub. J-Dub, Dylan Harper. Back out. Shea Castle. Here comes the screen. Lou Dort. Champagnie blitzes it. They switch, though. Shea loses the ball. I think it was Vassell with the reach-in. Fast break. 3-ball Champagnie. No good. Wemby tip. Nothing there. Finally goes in against Chet. The one time Chet looks small. Honestly, the standing reach is ridiculous by Wemby. Screen and roll. Isaiah Shea keeps the ball. Castle doesn't bite. Banker's too hard. Rebound Harper. He will slow it down. Lou Dort faces him. Screen Wemby. Nothing there. Kind of a weak screen by Wemby, so they reset it all the way back. Right side Castle. He goes left. He's doubled. Loses the ball. Isaiah Hartenstein with the help. Shea steal. Right side J-Dub. Spins around Champagnie. Fake a three. Kick it to Lou. Lou Dort three. No good. Rebound Castle. Outlet Wemby. Here comes Wemby Chat. Crossover. 2 crossovers. Loses it. Foul. Chet fouled him. Didn't need to. Just stay in front. Interesting. 7-zip Spurs. Just the way we like it. Wemby's feet remind me of like maybe when I was in high school when I just didn't really have. Oh, it looked like Wemby on the replay of the previous tip-in. He might have pushed Chet just momentarily, but not overtly. Catch and shoot Vassell. No good. I mean, Dylan Harper, lefty. Catch and shoot Dylan Harper, corner 3. No good. Chet over to J-Dub. J-Dub up top. Patented crossover, and it's a foul. Dylan Harper, and he was able to throw the ball up in motion, so he'll get 2 shots. As the he's an all-star, right? The all-star goes to the line. Alex Caruso comes in. Who goes out? Oh, Hartenstein's out, so they go small. All the OKC crowd is still standing because, it's not a shooting foul. Good. I didn't think it was. Shea back at the Chet, hand off Shea. Shea and Castle. Switch out. Vassell. Shea Vassell up top. Slow roll it. This is what we love about OKC, isn't it? He'll shoot a 3. No good. Sidestep. He gets up and has to cover Castle. A lot of contact, no call. And they go inside to Wemby. Wemby kick it all the way out, but he throws it into the second row. Says my bad to Vassell. 7-zip still. Spurs. J-Dub. Great defense by Spurs. Dylan stays in front. Great defense. Harper. Swing it over to Shea again. Wemby's there to help. That leaves Caruso wide open. 3-ball good up top. You see the clackers that they have as somebody's hand is in front of the camera. And that's how they make all the noise with the little clacker thing that you fold up as a piece of plastic or cardboard. Champagnie. Step back over Chet. Good. Couple dribbles. Step back. 10-3. Negates the 3 by Caruso. J-Dub. Wemby helps. Now Caruso. Now a steal. Bad pass Caruso. Steal Vassell. Although Dylan Harper might get the steal. Dylan on the get back. 3-ball no good. Bounces out of bounds. Man, the Spurs are good. Both these teams are good, but Spurs especially because the quickness at the guard, and they're showing De'Aaron Fox, who's injured, ankle, and they even have De'Aaron off the bench. I mean, they have, De'Aaron starting usually. Caruso up top 3 and missed it. Interesting early shot there, but that's the limitation of the OKC offense, in my opinion. 3-ball Champagnie, no good. Now they're getting into a look inside to Wemby, J-Dub goes 94, blocked by Vassell. Man, Vassell. Everybody plays better with Wemby, huh? Castle back out to Julian and reach in by J-Dub. He complains, but clearly a reach in foul on the pass. Oh, Vassell. Wow. Like all these guys, right? Champagnie, Vassell, Dylan Harper, they all get this little, extra kick of energy just because they got cheat code on their team. Wemby and Steph, cheat codes of the NBA. And it's going to be attacked by Castle. Hangs, draws a foul on AJ Mitchell, who just subbed in for who did he sub in for? Chet, I think. I think they're super small now, especially as Wemby has checked out. And let me look at Holmgren's right there in front of the screen. So what are the matchups? No, Wemby's still in there. My bad. So Hartenstein was the first one. Now Keldon Johnson. Now we got a timeout, TV timeout. Dagna's going to go yell at a ref. It's not Mitchell Ervin. It's going to be Zach Zarba. What, did he want a goaltend? I don't understand that. That was clearly a block by Vassell. Strange. It's politics. 11-3 Spurs. 7:28 first quarter. Yeah, I don't know, man. What do we do with the pick? Because I really want Yaxel, and he's a leader. So I'll keep saying this over and over and over, but Yaxel Lendeborg is the next iteration of Draymond for our team, with perhaps worse defense, because we're comparing the best defensive player in history, unless you're asking Bruce Morrow about that. And the other thing is, I think Draymond, I mean, he's just an emotional leader, Lendeborg. Those are the intangibles that you can never really know about unless someone on the inside told you, and someone on the inside told me. And then we got a little smidget of information from Eric G on the live last time, which is on deck for its own podcast. So look forward to that coming up probably later this week. So I just think Yaxel is he's a leader. He's demonstrated really, really unique, strong leadership. What do you call it? Leadership examples, situations. And it's so rare finding that. Like, for all I know, LeBron and Philon could have those same leadership type skills, in which case it probably would make more sense to draft the guy that can get downhill, like Philon or what have you. I would want to find instances of Yaxel going downhill, see what he can do on with the ball in his hands. So that's the those are the interesting things about the draft. I just think Yaxel can someday be a leader. That's what I think. Like the leader of the team, without Draymond and without Steph. Like, who's that going to be? I can see it happening most with Yaxel. Right now, Pods would be in line for that, but I'm looking at ways to trade Pods, only because he's the only real tradable asset that we have that's not injured. Of course, you got Kristaps too, so I'm starting to think trade Kristaps, in fact, and keep Melton. So I want to look at that maybe at halftime. But I also want to do my monologue for the next podcast. Castle with the silly foul at half court on Shai, very physical foul, which is good. But then again, with Fox out tonight, I think you don't want to do that. And secondly, Shai can handle that. So what's the point? Caruso on the inbound up top against Wemby. Hand off AJ Mitchell to the nail. Kick it back out. Caruso lets him shoot. Attacks. Oh, he scores on Wemby. Wow, Caruso's brave. Caruso, man. He's like what you want Dante DiVincenzo to be, honestly. And Caruso's going to guard Wemby. Terrible pass from Vassell. Goes right to Caruso, who played great defense, and he goes 94, scores it. Timeout. Mitch Johnson. shocking to, well, Vassell, first of all, crashes back down to earth. That's the Vassell I know. No, just kidding. But no, Vassell's been playing out of his mind. And anytime he plays the Warriors, I've always thought Vassell was kind of a weak link on their team, if there is one. But he's been playing great. So we got another timeout, and it's 12-7 still. We only played 40 seconds before the timeout. So that was a quick one, but a great timeout by Mitch Johnson. So as we are talking out loud, maybe let me just go ahead and log in here. I got to get rid of the screen to log into my Google Drive to then do the Google spreadsheet to check on what if we kept Melton, because, well, all right. My thought process is complicated. Instead of keeping Kristaps, we draft Yaxel. Then we are down a guard. Therefore, you need to keep Melton, because you could have drafted Philon, but you went with Melton instead. So how much can we pay him? In that case, I think we can. We need to get under the tax to open up. So that's why keeping Porzingis is seemingly the way to go first, because you keep the salary slot. But I don't know. Maybe we should try something else. So let me duplicate this. How do I duplicate sheet? Let's see. Duplicate. Oh, you know what? Let me undo. We gotta fit this into the non-taxpayer mid-level. So the fourth pick isn't gonna happen. Jason Collins. RIP Jason Collins. John Collins is the example here to get the non-taxpayer mid-level, but we might be able to do better. LeBron. Yeah, the other problem is some of these scenarios, like trying to get Kawhi and LeBron. Oh, this is tough. A lineup with Kawhi and LeBron, you can justify drafting Yaxel, right? So this is my pie in the sky. Let's say a roster with Kawhi and LeBron would justify drafting Yaxel. The problem is that the draft happens before free agency. So, I mean, yeah, you'd love to have all these ducks in a row, but so many ducks in a row have to happen to get Kawhi and LeBron and get under the tax. I don't see teams being able to pull that off very easily. We're back to action. Castle and Lou Dort, screen Champagnie. Oh, a slip by Wemby. Oh, he smoked it at the rim. Yikes. Wemby's mad at himself. Here comes Shai. Hesitation dribble. Stop at the nail. Fade away. Good. Patented against Champagnie. And that's 12-9, which was just 11-3. So that's mini run. And it's Castle over. They leave Keldon for three. Wide open swish. And it's Keldon. Attack. Caruso knocks it away. Man, Caruso 2 steals just like that. Shai with the hesitation dribble. Fine check, corner, kick it. Lou Dort, left wing. 3 missed it. Good jump by Vassell against Mitchell. Stephon Castle against Caruso. Right wing, Wemby against Chet. Great matchup. He'll dribble between the legs, crossover, attack baseline, shoot a crazy one. Missed it. Very high degree of difficulty on that one. Kind of selfish there. They should have some kind of play. Shea to the nail. Keldon Johnson. Kick it to Caruso, back to Shea. He goes, Keldon left, goes to corner. Caruso, 3-ball good as Wemby gambled. Had to double, but you double off Caruso. Now you can't leave Caruso. He's 2 for 3. Castle with the hesitation. Bump by Lou, no call. Out to Keldon, 3. Corner, no good. Another tap by Lou Dort. Rebound Caruso or Dort. Shea sets it up. Caruso screen. Right side Shea. Wemby helps. Swing it all the way around the horn or almost. Lou Dort 3. Brick it. Castle rebound. 4:22 to go. Spurs still up 3 despite this run. Castle 94 just probes. Finally attacks Caruso and a whistle. He will go to the line. They're having audio difficulties? I think Reggie's supposed to be. Yeah, they're having audio difficulties. They fixed it. So free throw's good by Castle. And Spurs 16-12. I mean, they're turning the ball over. All of that. Wemby made a selfish play. He smoked a layup. And yet they're still up. They're still up by 5. Or they will be up by 5 because I just peeked at the box score on the screen there. Castle makes it. Swish. It's crazy, man. You make all these mistakes and you're up by 5 on OKC. Wow. I'd rather have the Spurs win than OKC, though. J-Dub on the handoff. Beats Castle. Layup good. Castle had to curl around. Wasn't there. Luke Kornet in for Wemby. Right side Dillon. Almost walked into a trap as Wallace came in. Harper. It's crazy how Wallace used to start. 3-ball by Castle, missed it. J-Dub rebound. Well, the reason why J-Dub is back healthy. Gets to the nail. Pop a shot. Short. Goes right back to J-Dub. So bad rebounding by Dylan Harper, and J-Dub puts it back. 17-16 Spurs. Harrison Barnes in there in the corner. Kornet pinned down and then come up is Vassell. Kornet comes up. Got it from Dylan Harper, looking for the handoff. Loses it. Well, that's a old Kornet turnover. And they get the assist dunk to J-Dub via AJ. And 18-17 Thunder as the Spurs have completely stalled. Vassell sets the pick for Dylan, and second pick by Luke. Nearly made an illegal pick, and Harper short on 3. Here comes McCain. Turns the corner on Vassell. Score it. You can't let that happen. But you can't panic either. You were cruising. Now you're down by 3. It's all good. You just got to play better. Dylan Harper gets the switch. Castle now on AJ. Oh, hesitation dribble. Bye-bye. And 1 banker. Stephon Castle. Baller. And, you know, you see this. You want to draft Philon because of what you see on the screen. But I'm telling you, man. Now, granted, when Steph is on the bench. But if Steph's on the floor, I don't know. And when Jimmy comes back, I guess I'm just trying to find ways to justify a Yaxel pick. But if you're watching this series, you're always going to pick Philon. Missed the free throw. 20-19 OKC. The good news, Spurs are playing bad. Pick and roll. J-Dub gets downhill. Bye-bye Kornet. Screen by Hartenstein. Castle slowly inbounds it. 2:06 to go, first quarter. Spurs down 3. Screen, Dillon. Nope, he doesn't need the screen. Goes away from it. Floater, good. Castle coming alive. Man, he's good. J-Dub leaves it for Hartenstein. Being unselfish, over to McCain for 3. No good, brick. Vassell rebound. Castle outlet to Harper. Calls a screen by Luke. It's there. Gets the switch onto Hartenstein. J-Dub comes right back. Dillon attacks. Fade away. Foul. Reaching. J-Dub. There's got to be 2 fouls on J-Dub. Didn't need to do that because he's way taller than Harper, but Harper likes to throw his body at you and then, fade away. Dina gone. And kick it to Wallace for 3. Got it from Shea. Wemby's back in. All that, 25-23. If it was the Warriors, we'd be down by 10. The way that we're playing. Wemby with the high screen. Dillon Harper right side. Didn't use it perfectly, so he's got to take him one-on-one. Spins around, no good. Wemby cleans it up. There's your cheat code against J. Will. Wow, they actually took both Chet and Hartenstein off the floor. 43 seconds left. Shea. They get J-Dub wide open in the corner. Wemby with a jump from inside the paint that maybe psychologically made J-Dub miss. Interesting. 25 apiece. 26 seconds to go. I don't know, man. I look at this. I don't know if it's the MVP hangover. Oh, Dillon Harper gets downhill on a screen right side and attacks the rim. Finish left. 15 seconds to go. They're going to double Shea immediately. Go over to J-Dub. J-Dub and Keldon. 6 seconds. Gets to his nail. Fake. Draws a foul. Keldon knows that he shouldn't have bit. And J-Dub will go to the line. 2.7 to go. Although the Spurs are up by 2. So, I don't know. I just think the Spurs have played, B-, and they're up. So Castle and Harper are just so good, so good. But OKC's good too. So that's why it's deadlocked. Alex Caruso in for defense. And J-Dub free throw, good. Tie ball game, 2.7. John Goebel has to go fetch the ball. Dillon Harper to inbound. Got it to Castle. Here's the launch. Nope. It's Kason Wallace with the steal at the buzzer. So 27 apiece. End of first quarter. Okay, they fired Morey. I don't know. Yeah. Why did Morey get fired? Maybe they just needed a new face. There's a lot of good young GMs out there. So yeah. By the way, first quarter here. Wemby has 5 rebounds already, 6 points. Yeah, I mean, I just think the Spurs can play better, and I think OKC can play a little bit better, and the Spurs can play a lot better. Let's check out the Discord server and see what's going on with the NBA live feed, which is all of the. Oh, look at that. See, inside the arena right here. Shai getting his hardware. Okay, let's jump to the present. Mutually beneficial trade. I disagree in that it was mutually beneficial. When you're desperate, you're desperate. Chicago Bulls were desperate. Philadelphia 76ers, desperate. Always trying to find a trade partner that's desperate. Miami Heat, desperate. We got Jimmy Butler. You know, it's just, it is what it is. You can't tell a team not to be desperate. So I strongly disagree that was a fair trade. All right, we are back to action pretty soon. Not quite yet. OKC will inbound because Wemby won the tip. And then at halftime, I want to talk about Quinten Post because it's going to be the first thing that I talk about in a long string of players. We go, instead of grading them, we just go, are they going to be on the team? All right. We're in a switcheroo situation. Caruso kicks it over to Wallace. 3-ball, no good. Wemby rebound. Jay Will is the center for OKC. I'm kind of surprised. They're in a 1-2-2 zone? No. Caruso stays. Oh, it's a box and one? No. Might be a box and one. Or 2-2-1. Air ball by Keldon Johnson in the corner. Shai brings it up. Castle's on, or Champagnie. Wemby shows, and looks like the Spurs are in some kind of zone. And they find Caruso. Corner 3, shank that one. Wemby rebound. Wemby over to Keldon. Wallace on him. Okay, we're in man. Caruso, switch over. Okay, Jay Will. Harper tells Wemby to go away. Wants to take Caruso one-on-one. Oh, but Carter Bryant got in the way. Now he has to pop a 3. Missed it. So that offense was horrible for the Spurs. Wallace, 3-ball. Aaron Wiggins in the corner, missed it. Aaron Wiggins, what's up? Dylan Harper up top. Wemby's going to go down low. Caruso meets him, and it's a handoff back to Harper from Keldon. Get back 3. Keldon Johnson, good. A lot of unorthodox offense and defense right now. Interesting matchups. Screen, Wallace. So Shai's now with Champagnie. Gets the nail, fade away, drew the foul. Champagnie claps his hands in mild frustration at biting at the jumper. Oh, yeah, let's put this up. Makes both. So it's OKC. Actually, the Spurs are still up by 1. 10 minutes to go. Dylan Harper brings it up on Wallace. 1-2-1-1 set. And Champagnie pick and pop, 3-ball, no good. Long rebound. Keldon Johnson taps it right back to JC. Inside to Carter Bryant. Back to Dylan Harper, left wing, drives inside, touches paint, out to Carter, 3-ball, left wing, good. You know what's unfair is the Spurs getting Wemby, Castle, and then Dylan Harper. 3-ball corner, Aaron Wiggins missed it. It was open. Harper rebound, outlet, Wemby. Wemby and Jay Will. He attacks, he draws Quinten. Kick it, Dylan Harper, 3 splash, 36-29, timeout, Dagno. Impressive. They can just suddenly go on a run like that. All right, let me keep doing the homework here on the Warriors stuff. Again, the idea here would be, actually, let me do a restroom break. Run a commercial, restroom break commercial. Boop.
Throw a sucker punch. The power of Claritin D punches back harder. Get fast, powerful relief of your worst symptoms, like nasal congestion. Claritin clears. How we're made determines how far we go. So for those who are strong, those who are powerful, those who aren't afraid to push their limits, the world of greater awaits.
Okay, we are back, and oh, that's funny. I was reading the latest and greatest from Brett Siegel. I was in reader mode because Clutch Points is grotesquely ad riddled. Although I do realize they need to make a buck. We'll finish that sometime later. But some good comments on Yaxel Lendeborg. And we'll get back to that at some point. So we will come back to the spreadsheet at a later time. All right. Back to action. OKC with the ball after the timeout. They are down 36-29. Up top, Wiggins over to Caruso. Shea pops up. Champagnie on Shea. Between the legs a few times. Carter Bryant doubles. Go to the corner. Aaron Wiggins, 3-ball. Wemby does the jump from the paint. Missed it. Wemby jumping up and down from the paint seems to be working. It's worked twice so far. 8:30 to go. Carter Bryant against Caruso. Tough one. In and out. Shea doubled. Carter Bryant is doubling everything. Wallace misses a 3. 3 for 16 on threes. Wemby. Caruso. Block. Looked like a charge at first with Wemby extending his right arm, dribbling with his left. Caruso is going to talk to Zach Zarba. Zarba tells him something, and Caruso backs off. It's the right call, but that's great defense. That's one of those that's totally worth it to take a charge, to try and take a charge, in my opinion. Like sometimes that's part of physicality. I love that. So Caruso's awesome. Carter Bryant stuck, and it goes out of bounds, stays here. Wallace. Castle has words with Carter Bryant, who seems to be the weak link so far. They go to Wemby this time on the inbound. Smart. Out to Keldon Johnson with McCain on him. Screen Wemby. Switch back. Keldon right side. Drives into traffic. 3 guys there. Wemby puts it in over Chet. Chet once again looks small. That's crazy. That's so unfair. It's the reach, man. It's like plastic, man. Carter Bryant, aggressive defense on Shea. Drives him into Wemby. Kick it to Caruso. 3-ball, rattles in again. He's, I think, 3 for 5 on threes. 38-32 Spurs. Screen Keldon for Castle. Got the switch. Got another screen by Wemby. Rolls in there. Dunks it over Chet and Shea again. And they were able to disrupt Shea in the backcourt, but we're going to do a close-up on Wemby. I think maybe it's a foul in the backcourt. I don't know. Last time I checked, Shea was facing extreme pressure, 94 feet, and then suddenly, yeah, it was a foul. Caruso, fake a 3, bye-bye Wemby. And Wemby disrupted it. I don't know what happened. He yelled as if there were a foul. I don't know. Vassell, fake the 3, got it back to Bryant. Kick it to Castle. Screen Wemby right side. Roll. Chet contains. Reach in. Out of bounds on Castle. Castle's going to be surprised and pissed. There's a sub. Nope, no sub. So Castle wanted a challenge, didn't get it. Shea 1-on-1, Carter Bryant. Left side, tough one. Kick it to Caruso, wide open again. Got it. 4 threes for Caruso. And yet, the Spurs are still up by 5. Any other team, OKC would be up by like 6, 8. Castle, bunch of guys up top, double screen. Kick it to Vassell, 3-ball, short. Kind of didn't have his legs under him. McCain, bad pass, McCain, but it trickles to Chet, luckily. Up top, Shai. Shai, hesitation dribble. In and out dribble. Lost it against Wemby. And he hangs his head, Shai does. Here comes Vassell. Find Keldon. Corner attack. Scoop, good. Chet's late. Man, Wemby can make Chet look so pedestrian. Caruso. Open for three. Doesn't take it. Back out. Reset. Wallace. And it's a bad pass to Shai. Kason gets it back to Shai. He'll go right side. Carter Bryant there. Kick it to Caruso. No good. Brick on that one as Wemby closed out. Castle, loose ball. Oh, he stepped on the line. So somebody tipped the ball. Good hustle by whoever tipped the ball because that forced Castle to chase, and he ended up stepping on the line. No, it was Castle himself. He just couldn't corral it. But obviously, no surprise if I were to tell you Alex Caruso was in the vicinity. Somebody lost to Corona. Wemby comes out. J-Dub, Dylan Harper back in. Switch. AJ Mitchell turns the corner on Castle. Faked the jumper and got trapped. And then McCain stolen by Dylan Harper. So good. Harper's too good. Like, he's got the quickest feet and he's got super strong body. Castle and Luke Kornet get mixed up. Castle recovers. Kornet, bad catch, blocked by Chet. Kornet looking like he's deer in the headlights for a bit. We'll see. Baseline inbound coming up for the Spurs. And, oh, man, inbound goes to Luke Kornet too far. He saved it to Harrison. Barnes up, Banker no good. Chet rebound. Wow, those are some possessions that Mitch Johnson's got to shake his head. Chet drive, spin, kick it to McCain. 3-ball, no good. Kornet rebound. Outlet Harper. Left side, J-Dub. Champagnie comes over, no pass. Dylan Harper behind the back, gets to the nail, probes, attacks, switch. Hartenstein, reset Harrison. HB gets it back to Harper. He's working Hartenstein, fake, blocked. So he just couldn't finish. And Hartenstein stayed in front. Chet attacks. Luke Kornet fouled and hit him in the face. So we will get a review on this, I'm sure. So everybody go do something as we'll have the Keystone Cops look at TV screens. Let me read this article by Brett Siegel. Cameron Carr stood out. Braden Burries. 35-inch standing vertical leap. 4th highest at the combine. And somebody said he's not athletic. Where's Bruce, man? So we will take forever to check and see if this is a flagrant. Luigi Swigo of Italy. Wow, Aaron Nakrumah looks like a sleeper candidate. DeBonsa, Peterson, Caleb Wilson, Cameron Boozer. So Brett Siegel's got Boozer dropping to 4th, interestingly enough. Zach Zarba, who does a good job at these reviews, I should say, even though the whole system is bad. But Zach Zarba was good at certain things, and this is one of them. Keaton Wagler is expected to go 5th. Interesting. Acuff 6th. Braden Burries 7th. Whoa, I got to hit up Eric G on this. All right. It is 42-37. Vassell at the nail. Pop it over Mitchell. Good. They needed somebody to make a bucket that's not named Castle or Wemby or Harper. Harper's out, though. J-Dub, crossover. Bye-bye Vassell. Gets the bump. No call. Banker missed it. That's a regular season foul, but not a playoff foul, especially the two premier teams in the NBA. Castle doesn't get the same call the other way. J-Dub's running the floor, and he ran the floor very well there. 1-and-1. 94 feet later, OKC is still down 5. Castle, oh, what a spin against AJ. Draws 3. Kick it, and Jared McCain steals it. So you got caught up in the air being as small as he is. Jared McCain shoves Luke Kornet. Oh, no call. Scores 94 feet. Timeout, Mitch Johnson. What a game. What a game. 44-41, though. San Antonio still up despite it all. This is the true NBA Finals. But I get it. You know, it's nice to have a little bit of flavor in there with the East and the West being so different. But this is the true, you know, sometimes the best game happens in the semifinals. Braden Burries 7th. Wow. So they're starting to see exactly what our own Eric G has already seen in the past, which is Braden Burries got a good body, and the combine measurements and the vertical leap has really helped him. That means some people have dropped. Let's check. Best do-it-all guard prospect. Be sure to copy that. All right, so where does that leave us? Michael Brown is now at 8th. Kingston Flemings is 9th. Yaxel Lendeborg 10th to Milwaukee. Oh, he's 23, not 24. I thought he was 24.
The features that matter most come built in. The accurate MDX with accurate launch driver assist standard. Can I help you, sir? Here's the bill from the dealership where I got my car, and I'd like you to beat it. Not how it works. Verizon it is. Anyone can bring their AT&T or T-Mobile bill and give you a better deal. Isn't Verizon expensive?
Nate Ament is 11th on the board for the Warriors on Siegel's mock. Eric G was on our live. We talked about Ament. There are some issues with him. He's just not strong enough. So we're back to action. Dylan Harper and Wemby. Wemby drops, and AJ Mitchell's going to try and guard him. Corner goes to Castle and Chet. Sidestep 3, corner 3, no good. And Wallace tracks it down. Outlet to J-Dub. J-Dub and Wemby. Castle says, I got him. Over to Shea. Attacks. Fadeaway. Nail. No good. Back rim. And Dylan Harper rebound over to Castle. Right side. Champagnie screen. Castle and Chet. Wemby screen. Wemby will stay at the elbow against J-Dub. He's ISO'd on J-Dub. Chet shoots over. Mitchell shows 1-on-3. Lefty lays it down. Huh. He went lefty and laid it down. That's crazy. Little push shot from 3 feet. Amazing. Screen Wallace for Mitchell back out. All the way out to J-Dub. Screen Chet left side. Turn the corner. Crowd. Triple team. Steal Champagnie. Bad decision by J-Dub. Wemby in the middle of the floor. Over to Castle. He's downhill. He crosses over. He loses the ball on the crossover. Shea 2-on-1 against Wemby, though. Kick it. Kick it another time. Mitchell stops, pops because Wemby's there. Rebound Champagnie. Dylan Harper slows it down. 1:50 to go. Spurs up 5. Shea on Harper. Screen Wemby. No switch. Dylan loses his footing, goes over to Castle. Entry pass Wemby, 1-on-1. J-Dub, dunk it. Oh, man. He went left again, finished with the right. Just plastic man on your face. That is so unfair. But I love it because it's OKC. Shea, left side, kick it to Wallace. Wallace finds Wemby. J-Dub got the reception under the hoop, but Wemby's on him. He's going to cross over. He's going to attack, and he'll miss it. Disrupted again. Chet. Oh, Kayson Wallace. Good hustle. Chet out to Kayson. 3 ball over Wemby. No good. Rebound Vassell. Oh, it's so good to have Wemby down there to rebound for you. Harper. Vassell for 3. Not Sam Cassell. Devin Vassell. Top 3 trail. Good. Up by 10. Spurs. This is the most, undeserving 10-point lead, so to speak. Chet Holmgren, corner 3, finally makes one. A must make. He's good at those, though. Spurs up 7, 37 seconds. Wemby looks tired. I don't know. Why is he so slow? And just milk it for a little bit. Forget the 2-for-1. Steph's not out there, so it's not 2-for-1. Stephon Castle gets 2 screens, back out to Wemby. 1-on-1 Chet, no switches. He spins at the nail. He fades. He shoots. No good. AJ Mitchell. Caught up. Dylan Harper. Foul. Could have been a jump ball. I think it's the first and the last 2. Both teams very disciplined on defense. So we're not in the bonus. Yeah, Wemby exerting his control. He's a problem. 12 seconds. Shea up top. Dylan and Stephon. Kick it over to J-Dub. J-Dub Harper. Between the legs. Crossover. Nail. Fade. No good. In and out. Banker. Chet. Put back. It goes in, but I don't know if it's before. They do not give him the points. 7-point lead for the Spurs. What's impressive about that is that the Spurs, they've had some lulls tonight. Yeah, clearly on the still shot of Chet, didn't get it in time. The Spurs look very impressive. I like it. I'm already doing play-by-play, so we are going to take a look at Quinten Post real quick. So how do I want to do this? We will deep dive on whether or not Quinten Post will be on the Warriors next season. Halftime talk. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and get started here. All right. So first of all, a reintroduction to our Discord server. One of the coolest things about this is that there's a free version and a VIP version. If you get the VIP version for $5 a month, there are these feeds for VIPs, as you can see on the screen here. X's and O's, if we want to take a look at that and just peek inside, we have these guys that really follow every game very closely. Obviously, you can go to Twitter and have these guys on your Twitter list, but sometimes with Twitter lists, I used to use them, and I created the Discord here. One of the reasons why was because with Twitter lists, sometimes you get too many notifications, especially if you're following like a couple hundred people. And I've got like 400 follows on this Discord. So it gets a little messy. Whereas if you just dump it in a Discord, it's searchable, all of that. You don't miss any tweets. So that's the first thing. For the Warriors fans, we have a Bay live feed to cover all of the people, including a couple of national writers that are essential, such as Mark Stein. But yeah, Bernie Lee is Jimmy's agent, as most of you know, and it's important to have him in this channel here as well because, you know, whatever he tweets might be something important. Dalton Johnson and so on and so forth. But the superset of that are all of the NBA journalists that are quite active from reporting at arenas. So these are your credentialed journalists. These are your guys that love to post, the NBA itself, aggregators, certain ones that are reliable, like clutch points that aren't going to taint the truth or do outrage clickbait. Okay. Mr. Buck. So these guys will do their job, which is to post important things across the NBA. Jared Weiss. And then one cool thing you can do with our Discord is you can search on video. And one way to do that is go here and go vid, because Twitter categorizes the file name has the word vid in it. So then you can see all the videos from all over the NBA. Here's one that's looks like is not part of the broadcast. So I can play that for you. So there's Wemby. See how this works? It's all organized for you. I'm not going to play any of these broadcast clips for you, but if you're on our Discord, let me tell you, you get all of the stuff. And the link to join is pinned in the comments on our YouTube live right now. And it's just wap.com/Let's Go Warriors. And so that's our Discord server. And now that we're talking about which players on the Warriors are coming back next season, first of all, I would like to say that we've already done one of them. That is Al Horford. I already discussed it on the website, so it's kind of a moot point, but he said that I could continue to do these type of displays in his exit interview. So if you go to letsgowarriors.com, you read this article. I mean, it just makes sense. And Dean Chambers even came on the draft lottery live stream watch party. And the other thing that he added, which was kind of cool, was Dean said, hey, $6 million next season to go through the 82 game grind, aside from the fact that he loves showing those displays, like the threes that he made in the Clippers game in the play-in. I think Al Horford is pretty much a lock to come back. That's our assumption. You got to start making assumptions of the roster, and that's the most obvious one to me. So therefore, who's next? Who's next? I would just go to Quinten Post to try and tick these off. I mean, we could just say Guy Santos is coming back. Enough said. Like, just look at the cap sheet. Some of these guys, Will Richard is coming back. Enough said. So, we can easily check those names off. Moses Moody. Now, look, he's coming back unless somebody actually wants to trade for him. Why would you trade for a guy with a patellar tendon injury? Because patellar tendons, if you go look it up, it's harder to come back from, and there's just less of a sample size. That's risky to trade for Moody. And obviously Jimmy, in this scenario, obtaining Kawhi. Okay, we've traded Jimmy. I have a Clippers friend. He actually works for the Clippers, so he's all in, although he's from the Bay Area. So he loves the Warriors. He also loves the Clippers. But that he works for the Clippers, he has a lot of loyalty. And he said that he would do a deal which sends Kawhi, and then we send them pods, 2027 first rounder unprotected, 2032 first rounder unprotected. I think we got to make that deal. I think we got to do it, because in that process, and I'll keep repeating this idea here of the salary cap, we can then trade Kristaps to LA. The Lakers, I have a Laker friend that's kind of like Let's Go Lakers equivalent guy. He doesn't run a blog or anything or a YouTube channel, but he understands everything about salary caps and basketball and forming teams and the dynamics of teams, and has been playing in Asian tournaments and leagues alongside myself all these decades. He would do a deal, Kristaps for LeBron, straight up. Why? Because now obviously we would have to get Bronny in that process. But the reason why he would do that is because the Lakers feel that LeBron's value is his abilities are going to fall off a cliff. That's how they view it. And they want to turn the page and they want to get something out of it. Yeah, here's something out of it. You get Kristaps. So they would do it. And I think that's a great way to attract LeBron to the team, is to get Kawhi in the process. So this is like my dream setup, because then you can get a non-taxpayer mid-level exception. By my calculations, 13 million out of 15 total. And it says John Collins here, but we could easily make that DeAnthony Melton, Collins or Melton, let's say. So I think I'd rather have Melton, in that makes your 11th pick. Then you can spend it on Lendeborg because you've got Melton. Right? So what I'm doing right now is hashing this out. And now that we're talking about Quinten Post, he's got a qualifying offer for $2,650,000. Well, as far as I know, the veterans minimum is $2,450,000. The qualifying offer is $200,000 more than that. I don't know that there's a lot of teams out there that would want Quinten Post at more than that, more than a minimum, because well, he had deer in the headlights. Back against the Minnesota game, let's look it up. When I do the edited video version of this little little talk about Quinten Post, I'll definitely put the highlight up here, but it was against Minnesota when the concerns for Quinten Post were truly glaring for me. It was at home. We lost 127-120. He had the game winner. He got past the ball and he had deer in the headlights. Didn't fire the shot, took an extra dribble. That shot clock violation. We lose that game. That was a nightmare situation. I believe it was December 12th. What I can do is go to the play-by-play and double check that here on BK Ref. Play-by-play, fourth quarter. Let's check the end of this. Quinten Post misses, yep, with 1 minute to go. We were down by 1. Quinten Post misses a three-point jump shot from 22 feet. Obviously, Quinten was injured for a good portion of the remainder of the season, but that occurred way later. Actually, he played 35 minutes against New York. So it occurred towards the third week of March. And the December 12th game, wow, December 12th. I think that affected him, in the worst way. But that was one of those situations where either you take the shot or you don't. Either you make the shot or you don't. And sometimes it just happens. Now, I can't throw him under the bus myself because I've been in those shoes. As a young player, I was playing with my Filipino team. We went up to Sacramento State to play in a tournament. Back in the day, man, my guy Randy Tagle, if you're still out there, love you, man. He was able to find so many tournaments. So we play in this Filipino tournament. And I mean, if you're Chinese, you can get away with playing in Filipino tournaments because those of you who know, there's a lot of Chinese in the Philippines. You can look Chinese and be completely Filipino. That's fine. So let me just get that out of the way. So nobody's checking. They all know that I'm Asian, but they never checked to see if I was Filipino. Now, when we went down to Delano, they had to check, but in all honesty, we doctored my ID and all of that. But, just back in the day, like I wasn't a great player when I was 19 years old anyways, or 21 or however old I was. So it's not like I was a ringer or anything. I just loved to play with my guys. And shout out to Andy Shin, man. Andy went to Cal with me, met him at the RSF. He was just always so nice to me, always picked me up, always played on my basketball team, always voluntarily came off the bench. But he was a key player as a starting two-guard shooter like Craig Hodges for our team. And so I appreciate Andy Shin forever for being a part of that culture because Filipino basketball, man, it's fun, man. So we go up to Sacramento State. I was okay. I was an okay player, I was the team's best defender or one of the best. Me and Chet. Actually, no, Randy on ball defense was unbelievable. So I was a good defender, good two-way player. I just wasn't like totally consistent on offense, which is fine. I was still young. I was still learning. I didn't get to my prime until 5 years later. And 5 years later, I would help the team a lot doing league play up at Overfelt High School with Joe Tay's Asian League, and various tournaments. But that Sacramento State tournament, I had the ball in my hands. Last shot, and I got deer in the headlights. I passed it off to Neil, and I'll always remember it. It's just like that had no chance. Like if I'm jump shotting it at the buzzard and then I'm passing it over to Neil Nicholas at the last moment, that doesn't help you at all. You don't even get a shot off. So that was my Quinten Post deer in the headlights moment. And that's fine because it happened to me. That doesn't mean you're going to suck. That doesn't mean you don't belong in the NBA. However, we have salary cap sheet things to figure out right here. And this puts you on the brink. Had my guys never wanted me to play or they didn't ask me to play in another tournament after that, I would have understood. That's part of the NBA. That's part of basketball, or not the NBA. That's part of basketball, at least for me, amateur, Philon basketball, Asian League basketball. But that's also the part of NBA is that sometimes it comes down to a player or two. Now, had he made that, then we would all been saying, oh, he's the next, Klay Thompson is going to be game 6 Quinten Post. Nah, we don't know that. But no, that was a great game where it's too bad. We're down by 1 point, 119, 118. That December 12th game, had he just shot the ball and maybe made the 3 ball, maybe everything changes, but it didn't happen. So my thing with Quinten Post is he might be expendable depending on the team that we assemble. The problem with the team that we assemble here, and people want to be creative. They want to go, oh, let's go and get OKC's 12th and 17th picks. How are you going to do that? Like, what's your trade asset? Is it pods? You notice that I don't have pods on this team because we traded them to get Kawhi. Like, we might need pods to trade for Kawhi. So you can't really trade pods during the draft because free agency hasn't started yet or the trade season hasn't started yet. I mean, you could trade before that, but things usually don't happen, like unless it's Desmond Bain type of deal that happened right after the finals, 10 days later. So my final assessment as the third quarter of the OKC Spurs is starting here is that Quinten Post could be expendable, but it depends. Now, the most likely thing is that nothing changes much. Dylan Harper got a steal. Was it on Shea? Wow. Shea turned the ball over against Vassell, I think. Yeah. Wow. Incredible. Trying to go to J-Dub. Sorry. So just to close out, like the most likely situation, honestly, because it's so hard to move people, is that you make the pick based on what you think is most important for your team. And I still want to pick Yaxel because I think he's the next iteration of Draymond, and those only come along once in a long time. So we'll argue about that later, but I think it just ends up re-signing Kristaps. That way you're going to lose Melton, but then you could maybe, I don't know. It's tough. Either you're going to have everything, all the ducks in a row, ready to get like a Kawhi and a LeBron together, which would be great because it's like, getting 2 guys. It's almost like the Clippers getting Kawhi and Paul George, but the poor man's version of that. We might need to save that $200,000 of Quinten Post here. I need to go look that up, maybe send a text over to Yossi Goslin to figure that part out. I promise I'll follow up on that. But yeah, unless we are aiming for the non-taxpayer mid-level exception to help us out here, we got to get under the tax for that. Just so many things have to happen. I would say overall, Quinten Post coming back, he just has to wait. He has to wait and see if Horford's going to opt in. He has to wait and see if Porzingis is going to be on the team. And even then, he might still have a spot on the team. But I don't know. Because with Kawhi and LeBron on the team, you don't need to go get a LeBaron Philon, But then the draft happens kind of before that, maybe. So maybe you want to gauge right after the finals how that's going to work. I don't know. There's just so many moving parts. It's just really tough to call it. But Quinten Post might not be on the team. I think Hopefully his agent understands that. Hopefully he understands that. And we'll just have to see how the rest of the roster fills out and who we pick at 11. So with that, let's get back to the game. Spurs are up by 3. Champagnie catch and shoot 3 air ball from Wemby inside. Long rebound by Shai and Vassell. Up top, between the legs, kick it. J-Dub attacks Wemby, kick it. Lou Dort, 3 over Castle, brick. Long rebound, Keystone. Oh, bad defense by Champagnie. Stared at the ball. I'm sure Mitch Johnson will get on him on the film session. Shai reset back up top, 6 seconds. Turns corner on Vassell, fadeaway elbow, back rim, no good. Castle rebound. So let's mark that down as 125 mark. End of QP essay. Champagnie turns the corner on Wallace, scores at the rim with no rim protection underneath, strangely. Discussion. Shai up top. Spurs up 5. OKC. Chet screen goes away from it. Turn corner. Or not quite. Good defense by Dillon. Goes to Lou Dort in the corner. Back up top. J-Dub. Attack. Wemby's there. Kick it to Shai. 3 good. Dillon Harper a little bit late, but they already had the rotations going. They can maybe improve a little bit on that one. Spurs can. Good reaching by Wallace. Castle's stuck. It's a jump ball. Oh, they're going to call 8 seconds on Castle. Wallace with the steal. He will not get credit for the steal, but he deserves credit for that because it's basically a turnover. I think it's a team turnover is how they do it. Let's check because normally with Warriors games, I'm unable to check this. Yep, team turnover. Unfortunately, I peeked, and OKC is going to score right here. Shai for 3, and it's Dort with the rebound. Dort gets it back from J-Dub. 3-ball good. Just Mitch Johnson timeout. Looks like the Spurs have been whacked in the face and don't have a response. And they're only down by 1 though. One thing seems certain is that neither of these teams will ever really go down by a lot. I don't see any blowouts happening. I mean, I could be wrong, but you know, both of these teams are so deep and mentally tough. I don't think any blowouts will happen. We'll see. If there is a blowout that happens, I'd love to learn why. Now I just want to look at this. Actually, let me take a restroom break. So restroom break and commercial break. Be right back. I had my Starbucks right before this. BRB. I am back and barely in time. Look at Mitch Johnson, the way he said timeout, fist pumping angrily because the kids kind of fell asleep on that. So Dylan Harper to bring it up on Lou Dort. 7:41 to go, third quarter. Spurs down one, having trouble with it. Good reaching by Dort over to Castle. Castle and Wallace. Lob it inside to Wemby. Great catch. Turn around, dunk, foul. Shea admits the foul. Good foul by Shea, honestly, but great pass by Castle. And let us remind everybody as they show De'Aaron Fox on the bench that De'Aaron Fox is injured today. The OKC's got to look at that defense because Chet is a little bit late. Wemby's acting like he's. I'm going to guess he was frustrated. He probably should have made that one. But yeah, Champagnie would have been open in the corner had Chet gambled off a split second earlier. And the other thing I want to say is I believe Chet is just 0.2 seconds late on everything. That's like second time at least tonight. I think he's been late, and I think it's worth shading off of Champagnie by 0.2 seconds to go over to Wemby. So Wemby made the first with the close your eyes, take a deep breath, lower your shoulders, and hits the second one. Works for him. Doesn't work for me, man. I've tried. I go to the basketball gym every other day. Practice free throws is one of my things. Doesn't work. J-Dub attack, left side, kick spray to Chet. He attacks Castle to the paint, over Wemby short. Bothered by Wemby again. Wemby playing great today in terms of disruptions. Everywhere on the floor, in fact. Dangerous pass, Champagnie over to Wemby. One-on-one, Chet to the nail. Left side, finds a cutting Carter Bryant. Kick it back out to Champagnie. 3-ball, good. There's your vintage Spurs offense. Like, we've seen Champagnie play against the Warriors so many years. Like, the confidence is just so high now. Wallace thinks twice, has to kick it out as Wemby helped out on the drive, and now it's J-Dub and Castle. Back out to Shea. Shea, Carter Bryant. Mitch Johnson tells him to double. Over to Chet for 3. Short, air ball. Wemby, rebound. Shot clock buzzer goes off. They don't call anything. Spurs had the rebound. Castle downhill. It goes into 2 guys. Shea, foul on Shea. Shea's claiming a jump ball. Rightfully so. Maybe he's got an argument, but the call is the call, man, and you get plenty of those calls. I will say. How many fouls on Shea? Let's take a quick look here. Probably 2. Yep, that's a second. These teams are so disciplined, like just nobody's ever going to just suddenly be in foul trouble. You expect execution and just smart basketball. Wemby comes out. Wemby with 24 minutes played, 25, and through 3 quarters, he could play in 6.5 minutes to go. So you expect him to play at least or Luke Kornet in until like the 2-minute mark of this quarter. So tack on 2 more minutes, put him at 27, and then he could play like 9 minutes of the fourth to get to 36 minutes. Castle hits both, I guess. And Spurs suddenly up by 6. That's amazing. Shea pick and roll Hartenstein. Over to Dorton corner. Drive. Kick it to Caruso. Opposite corner. Back up top. Jared McCain. Castle stays in front. Jared having trouble. Finds Caruso on the double. Caruso to the hoop. Finds Hartenstein. Champagnie had to foul him. On the switcheroos around. Looking at the replay on my laptop, I think Champagnie has got to trust Castle against Jared McCain. There was really no need to help on that one. Hartenstein hits the first, and that's a good foul by Julian. Make them earn it. Hartenstein hits. Spurs up by 4. Luke Kornet, 94 feet pressure by the OKC. Castle got the inbound against Caruso, though. Champagnie comes to set a pick. That allows Castle to get it over. Kornet screen, nothing there. Flare to Kornet. Hand off to Keldon. One-on-one, kick it to Castle. Jab step. Caruso stays in front. Fake, kick it out to Julian. It's a travel on the fake by Stefan Castle. I think if I were to give him advice, just attack strong. You can't. You just can't, overthink it and go, oh, he beat me to the spot. No, just keep going. Screen Shai on the inverted. AJ Mitchell between the legs tries to turn corner. He had him, but kicks it to Jared McCain, wide open 3. Man, it's. I feel like I could play Jared McCain's role on this team. It's so easy. You just wait for everybody else to make their move. Carter Bryant, Shai steals it. Nope. Got it back. Carter in trouble. A lot of shot clock burned. Keldon has to save the day. They're way up top at half court. Keldon one-on-one Shai. He's got to create something out of nothing. Draws 3 guys, stepped on the baseline. So this is the Spurs at their worst. When there's no Wemby and bunch of young guys, can't get it set up, and Castle lost his confidence from the last possession. In any case, Dylan Harper was set to sub in anyways, so he's in. And Vassell come in next one. Mitchell against Dylan Harper. So who came out? It was Castle that came out. Out to Jared. Champagnie stays in front. Dylan Harper steals it. Harper downhill on AJ. Finish it, Banker. Beautiful move. Like this guy. Timeout, Dagno. That's the old-time Popovich timeout to end the run, the 2-0 run. OKC had sustained the momentum for a while there and made up some ground, but didn't make up a ton of ground. Of course, they were down by 7 at halftime, and now they're down by 3. So that's a Greg Popovich timeout by Dagno. Yeah, one thing I haven't checked is can we sign both? Keep KP. If we didn't keep KP and we kept Melton, we'd still need to get under the tax. Let's see. Luxury tax 200,000. Let's pay Melton 15 million. Actually, I should just duplicate. Duplicate. Keep Melton. Let's call this Melton. And let's put him at 15 million. Maybe we could give him an escalating contract too. But anyways, Melton doesn't even get us to the luxury tax, so that's a problem. Then we'd have to ask Dray to take a discount. We would still need 9 more million, and that would be a drastic discount. Oh, that's tough. Again, the only other option is to trade pods, and Quinten Post making 200,000 more than the minimum isn't that big of a difference. Gary Payton doesn't matter; it's a veterans minimum here, and we're even paying the 54th pick, the rookie scale. All right, we're back to action. And the Spurs score, I think Dylan Harper, man. So that's the analysis that I need to make for you guys. AJ Mitchell, stop and pop at the nail. Dylan Harper hangs his head a little bit. And let's get the box score back up. So it's a 3-point lead for the Spurs. Every time it feels like the Spurs aren't playing their best, I look up and they're leading. Keldon Johnson attacks, foul on Hartenstein. It was almost a walk in the park into the paint by Keldon Johnson. Yeah, Dylan Harper with the exquisite in and out dribble. Man, he's good. Keldon Johnson hits a free throw, up by 4. The Spurs are. And next free throw is good, up by 5. Shai's on the bench. It's going to be Jared McCain setting table. Devin Vassell there. Flare by Lou Dort, handoff. AJ Mitchell curls around. He's beating Vassell, but Kornet's there to help. AJ dribbling around left side ISO. Drives on Vassell. Beats him, misses the layup. Hard to finish that one. High degree of difficulty. Dylan Harper. Crossover on Lou Dort. Stays in front. Kick it over to Carter Bryant. Handoff. Vassell and AJ Mitchell slow down. Keldon Johnson, flare, Lou Kornet, screen, roll. Vassell doubled, loses the ball. Just kept it too long, and then he fouls him. And Mitch Johnson says, sub. Let me see if he subs out Vassell for the mistake. They do have a deep squad, so you can mix and match as needed. Looks like it's Carter Bryant. Looks like it's Harper coming out. But he'll stay in. So it's the old, I used to do that as a coach, switcheroo. Up, Carter Bryant, beat baseline. J-Dub as Carter Bryant, read the scouting report, thought it was going to be a handoff, Hartenstein to J-Dub, but J-Dub just went baseline cut and dunk. But the Spurs are still up by 3. Castle exaggerates the foul by Lou Dort, gets the call. That's what you got to do, though. Wemby back in, 2:54. So I was off by 1 minute. So that was a 3.5-minute break. Shai comes back in. And yeah, Lou Kornet back to the bench as we approach 2:54 left in the third quarter. Spurs up by 3. Castle and Dort up top. Vassell pinned down. Nope. Wemby's going to post up on J-Dub. Elbow, spin, doubled. Jalen Williams foul. Wemby to the line. Let's check his numbers. 4 trips to the line, 6 for 11 on the field. No threes. Good for you, Vic. There's no reason to rush those threes, which I thought happened in a game or two against Minnesota. 17 points, 11 rebounds. Closed eyes trick works from the free throw line again as a youngster behind the OKC bench yawns. Yep. Sometimes the style of OKC and Spurs kind of lends itself. Come watch the Warriors, kid. We move without the ball. We make sure there are passes each possession. Nah, just kidding. Still, though, these are the two best teams in the NBA. And Wemby missed it, so my theory comes true. Do not close the eyes at the free throw line. J-Dub screen by Lou Dort. Downhill on Wemby. Bye-bye. Wemby recovers. Missed it. Disrupted another one. That's like 10 disruptions today. He runs the floor. Jay will want to take a charge. Kick it back out to Vassell. 3-ball. No good. Tough shot. Rebound Wemby. Spins. Doubled. Hangs. Missed it. Got the ball from, thank you, Dylan Harper, tapping the ball. Good job by Dylan Harper to tap that loose ball off the board. Man, you know what? Here's a hot take. Dylan Harper's having a better game than Stephon Castle right now. Now, they're only separated by 1 year, but, you know, how old is each? Let's look it up. Dylan Harper is 20 years, 77 days. Stephon Castle, 21 years, 198 days. It's got a year on him. Wemby hits, and you look up, and the Spurs are up by 6 again. Like, they're not even playing that well. It's crazy. Jared McCain. Of course, Shea hasn't taken over yet. Jay will out to Shea. Speaking of which, Keldon on him, pressures him because he's got secondary help. It's a 1-2-2 zone. Shea doubled over to Jared. Jared to the nail. Fade away. Short. Rebound. Wemby's there. It was Wemby and J-Dub. Out of bounds on J-Dub. 1:56 to go. Mitch Johnson pops a zone. And it's Dylan Harper. Kick spray. Extra pass. Vassell. Tough shot baseline over Jared McCain. And he does the too small. Selly. 8-point lead. That's the largest lead of the day. Shea and Castle. Hesitation dribble, nothing there. Castle stays in front. It's the 1-2-2 zone. Shoots a 3. Oh, he willed it in. That's what you get with the MVP trophy, man. You got to be able to hit those when your team needs it most. Great game. 5-point lead Spurs. 1:12 to go. Third quarter. Wemby with Lou Dort. Elbow. That's a post up. A lot of hands by Lou Dort. Foul, says Zach Zarba. And they're in the bonus. So Wemby to the line. Let's see, what's Reggie going to do on the telestrator here? Nothing you can do if Shea's going to hit those threes like that. But that's what he has to do. That's his job. To get them out of a funk, hit a big shot in somebody's face, in this case, Castle. Wemby at the line. Let me switch it over to the box score. And looked short, but now swish. Free throws, good. Hey, Bruce. Free throws not working, yeah. Yeah, a lot of bigs picked in drafts, yeah, to defend Wemby. Yeah, free throws good. What do I know about free throws, huh? He's 9 for 10. 21 points. Maybe last time I had the box score, it was had to be refreshed. I look up and it's Jay Will driving and no foul call. He threw it right to Dylan Harper. Entry pass Wemby. Lou Dort there. Lob pass Castle. Down low. Kick spray. Dylan Harper 3. In and out. Castle jumps. And it's out on Castle. Castle wants to review, but I don't think so. He wants to review every single one. Looked pretty much like Castle out of bounds on him. Shea Castle, 38 seconds. Turns him on the right side, but there's Wemby. Oh, Alex Caruso pops open 3 corner. That's 6 threes by Caruso, I believe. 5 threes? Oh, man, I thought it was 6. He's incredible. 4-point lead Spurs, 23 seconds, 10-second differential. So we're on 9 shot clock. Caruso, nope. Castle, Shea, Wemby screen, Castle, and a lot of bodies there. Shea, Castle, cross-court pass, beautiful pass to Vassell, 3-ball at the buzzer, 0.5. Vassell, man, he has improved so much. Shea, 5 seconds, doubled, find Caruso. He has to pop a 3. It's no good. Spurs take a 7-point lead into the 4th. There's the lose. Kareem Lopez, man, wow. Bruce gets the bakery. We should have a Bruce Bakery Award. Yeah. Next season. Bruce Bakery Award for whichever player adheres to new limit turnovers edict. Good to have you, Bruce. And in case people are wondering, go to letsgowarriors.com. And local men vow to close bakery. That's the one that references Bruce. It's right here. Kerr was not sure about Ant. Celtics were not sure about Kobe. I don't think he wasn't sure about. No, he knew. Bakery Award. It'll be like, who would have turned the ball over more last season? And Wemby left side. Oh, great defense by Chet. He finally showed up. And maybe they were saving that for now. So great defense after the timeout, after the quarter ended. Chet, though, steps on the sideline on the catch. Turnover. Well, it's okay because he caused the new possession. Oh, Chet landed awkwardly again. Man, maybe wear some high tops. He's okay, though. Doesn't look like he's in pain. Castle with a couple picks. Finds Keldon in the corner. Shoots a three. Good. Splash over AJ Mitchell. OKC up by 10. Biggest lead of the game. Pick and roll. Caruso for AJ. Pull up three. Answered right back. Boy, they needed that one. Was his foot on the line? Because it's an 8-point lead. 10. Yeah, 10. Yeah, I guess his foot was on the line. Wemby for three. Clank. Not a good shot. Why, bro? He starts to learn that. Shea with the patented elbow missed in and out. Wemby rebound. Castle sets it. And they're going to get Dylan Harper right back in the game. Vassell tried to run interference, double screen for Castle with Wemby, but he ran over Shea. So bad execution by Vassell. And those are things that, we've seen not the best version of Vassell over the years in Warriors games too. So, but he's been playing great. Shea and Carter Bryant. Oh, that was Carter Bryant that was coming in. Oh, no, Dylan Harper's in too. Took out Stephon. And they have trouble with it. Kassan turns the corner and throws it away. Dylan Harper read it. Knew that he's trying to reach Caruso. Dylan Harper's so good, man. He's better than Castle. He's bigger. He's just as fast. He's stronger. And he reads it better. Inside to Wemby. Doubled. Uses his power, and he gets it against Chet. One of the few guys you can say Wemby powering above another center. But it's Chet. Chet's lighter than Wemby. And it's AJ Mitchell. Step back and pass it to Shea. Shea Carter Bryant, the specialist. Carter Bryant, great defense, but he bit. Fouled Shea. He covered Shea perfectly for 90% of that possession. Just bit at the last second and has to pay. Oh, cool. I'm checking my email, and Bruce left a like. Thanks, Bruce. All right. Look up, and Spurs are up by 8. Dylan Harper. AJ Mitchell on him. Here comes this double stack screen, or what do you call it? I'll call it a V screen. Keldon and Vassell. Vassell catch into the paint. Lob it to Wemby. Turn around dunk. One motion, one hand. The cheat code. Unfair. Vassell, good physical defense on Shea on the switch. Castle's back in the game. They got their starters back in, I think. Caruso, corner three. Wemby's jump inside the paint didn't work. Caruso, 6 threes. 87-80. They don't have Caruso today. It's 12-point game throughout. Castle turn corner. Met by Mitchell. Tough one at the rim. Missed it. Mad at the refs. AJ stops, gets it to Shea. Their MVP. Kick it to Caruso. Fake a 3 drive on Wemby. Behind the back to Shea. Short. He smoked it. And they call a foul on Shea for reaching in. Tried to Cause a jump ball, was not successful with that. Huh, I can't tag Dean. Weird. Oh, I can't tag a certain guys anymore. Strange. All right, Vassell and Wemby come out, or is it timeout? I wasn't paying attention. Nope, they come out. Dylan, Harper, and Shai. Number 2 versus number 2. Kornet with the opposite screen for Champagnie and then turns around. Dylan goes to Champagnie, drives right side. Chet. No, Isaiah helped out. Chet closes out on Keldon nicely. Castle long rebound, but he went to the backcourt, saved it to Shai. Shai attack, nothing there. Loose ball, out of bounds. Spurs dodged a bullet. Both Shai and AJ Mitchell are on the floor right now as the ball pinballed around. So Stephon just making weird choices tonight. Dylan Harper had to save the ball, but it went right to OKC. And as we're looking at the replay, Shai attacks, missed it. Chet couldn't come up with the rebound, and it goes out of bounds. Blob for OKC. Good physical defense by Castle on Chet. It's Shai with the ball outside. Kornet's there, so they got 5-on-4. And it's a bad screen by Hartenstein. Wow. Called by Mitchell Ervin on the weak side. Wow. That's huge. And it was Castle. He held on to Castle too long. Just a mistake by Hartenstein. Costly, though, down 7 they are to the Spurs with 7:38. Screen Champagnie. Another one by Kornet, nothing there. Dylan into the paint, fadeaway, degree of difficulty 8 against Jared McCain. Timeout Mark Dagno. He doesn't have any answers for that. 89-80 despite it all. Q4 7:30. OKC's been swimming upstream all game. Except for momentary 1 point, 2 point, 3 point leads, or I don't think they were up by 3. I think their biggest lead was 1. I want to do some spreadsheet homework here. We need 10 million. Yeah, can't be done. Because you don't want to overpay Melton. You can't pay him 25 million. He's just going to let Porzingis walk? That would be strange, wouldn't it? Get us under the first apron, actually, we'd have to shed another million. So 14 million. Nope. That'd be 13 million. Now you can ask Draymond to take a discount, but I don't think he'd take a discount to keep Melton in the same squad. So this is likely that Melton is not going to be around because the numbers don't work. He can stay under the first apron, that's fine, but he's only going to get 13 million. Let Porzingis walk. Yeah, let's do a poll. Would you rather? Yeah, I still think KP has more trade value. Would you let KP or Melton walk? My spreadsheet says one has to go. First apron, unless you could wait for Horford. 4 million. Still need to shed 4 million. Can wait to sign AH, but need to still shed 4 million to get under tax. So let's start the poll. Let KP walk. Let Melt walk. I don't know. Actually, it'd be 3 million because you could zero that out. And 207, you need 7 million. So you could make this a minimum. Still need to shed 3 more million. So maybe you get Draymond to take a $3 million discount. I don't know. Damn, might work. Might work. 3-2 zone. Mitchell out to Jared McCain. Right side Shai. Shai and Champagnie. Attacks. Dylan Harper doubles. Gets it to AJ. He's stuck. Find Wemby. Oh, Wemby got beat. Baseline Lou Dort. That's how you beat that zone. Dunk by Dort. Up top Dylan. Right side Castle now. Wemby screen on Shai. They stay, and now they get switched. Now Castle finds the corner to Dylan Harper. Entry pass Wemby. Push by Dort. Foul. Only had 3 seconds left on the shot clock. So let both walk. What? Wow. Is that doable? Can we, what do we get by doing that? Nah, you don't need to do that. You can just, let's get back to the game here. Talk about that later. Zach Zarba with a late call out of bounds on Lou Dort. No objection, though. And Castle with the tough one up top. Foul. Vassell caused a foul on the rebound by Jared McCain. Oh, Jasmine went up. And Wemby inside. Kick it to Champagnie. Good defense by Lou Dort. Missed the 3. Wemby all over the back of J. Will, and they call a foul on Wemby. Oops. This score's a little bit late. Jasmine in the house. Shai turns the corner on Vassell. Step back. Wemby blocks it. Vassell rebound. Oh, what a block. Well, Shai's going to have to adjust, and you know he will. Dylan Harper. They're going to post up Wemby. Show by J. Will. Kick it. Champagnie around the horn back to Dylan Harper. Wemby still posting up. Dylan Harper attacks Jared McCain. Fadeaway. Tough one. Missed it. Excuse me. J. Will rebound. 7-point lead for the Spurs. Here comes the screen. J. Will. Now it's Shai against Devin Vassell. Wemby claps his hands in the back line. Stays there. It's a zone still. And he's going to turn the corner on Wemby. He scores. What a bucket by Shai. And one against Wemby. Wemby can't believe there's a foul on him, but there's your MVP play right there. 5:26 to go. Down 5, maybe 4 with the free throw. And that's why you win the MVP. Do plays like that. Yeah, quite a lot of contact by Wemby. I think you have to call that, especially a home floor advantage. Shea Gilgis Alexander beats Wemby off the dribble. Very impressive. Very impressive. Timeout. 89-84 free throw coming up. I'm rooting for the Spurs. Yeah, me too. I can't stand the OKC Thunder. Plus, they got 2 first-round picks, man. I got to do the new video essay about this cap sheet thing. So if we were to let both of them walk, certainly get us under the luxury tax. Oh, but anyways, 3 more million. You could ask Dray for a discount just to get under the tax. Oh, let's ask AI for an NBA team to utilize the non-taxpayer mid-level exception. Are they able to count a pending free agent slot as a veteran's minimum to get under the luxury tax momentarily? Actually, let me ask that over here on my Gemini. The short answer is no. You cannot substitute the project. Oh, cap holds, probably. Cap holds, yeah. So let's go to capsheets.com. Let's look at their cap holds. Being empty. Okay, cool. We will take a look at this. Ooh, Chris Stapps is at 46 million. Shit. There's no Horford? Interesting. $89 million in cap holds. Oh, you have here then. Incomplete roster charge. Renounce your free agents. Yeah, you could renounce Chris Stapps. We'll come back to this. Interesting. Okay. What's the score? Oh, he missed the free throw. Wow. Wemby, elbow, post up, Caruso, and he finds Dylan Harper at the baseline and scores against Chet. Dylan Harper. I'm going to give him the game ball today. He's deserving. Shea and Vassell and Champagnie. Now it's Champagnie. Now he drives, turns the corner, gets a foul on a reach in by Harper. Says, my bad. Yep. Don't need to reach in on that one. Bagley? Yikes. I don't know about that. Shea free throws good, and he's cut the lead to 5. Actually, it's been 5, so same lead. And it's going to be Harper handoff. Vassell, kick it over to Castle. Wemby goes away. Castle trying to go right side, slow up. Caruso comes over and blocks him. Out of bounds. Baseline inbound coming up with 12 on the clock. So Castle's been unimpressive today. Although, good move. Good defense by AJ and Caruso. Vassell, catch and shoot. No good. On the baseline, turn and shoot 2 ball. Caruso, good defense. Shea and Champagnie between the legs. Beats him. Oh, threw the ball on the rim. So it's a reset to 14. J-Dub got the rebound, turned the corner, scores. Beckons the crowd. 4:11 to go. Spurs up 3. Castle. I would definitely rather have Dylan Harper running the show. Champagnie for 3. Nope, back rimmed it. Tap out by Vassell. Over to Castle. To the nail. Hesitation dribble. Find Dylan Harper. Shoots it. Brick. Castle fights. Keeps it here. Good fight by Castle as it went out of bounds on J-Dub. Baseline inbound coming up. So, timeout coming up, 91-88, 3:52 to go. Well, if OKC sneaks out with the win here, that could have some psychological damage to the Spurs because the Spurs have been in control for, I would say, we've played, what is it? We've played 44 minutes. They've been in control for at least 40 minutes of the 44. So yeah, would you renounce? If you renounced KP, 46 million comes off. Cap holds 89 million in cap holds. If you renounce, what's Al Horford? Why isn't Al Horford on here? Oh, because he's assumed to be on there. Okay. And he can opt in anytime he wants. So this has to go away. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's still going to be tough. We're going to need a discount from Draymond, and even then. Wemby, up fake, tried to dunk it. Chet blocks it. Castle's there. Can't hold on to it. Out of bounds. They got the stop they needed. J-Dub's happy. So is the entire OKC crowd. So it was really J-Dub's help on the Wemby fake on Chet. J-Dub, speaking of which, gets downhill on Wemby. Does not. And kick it back out. Shea. Caruso makes a layup on the catch and cut. So he fired it to Shea, cut. Oh, George Kittle. He's an OKC fan? WTF. Over to Champagnie. Over to Wemby. Yeah, get the ball in Wemby's hands. Champagnie screen. They double him. Caruso out there. Champagnie over to Vassell. 3-ball over Shea. Short. Rebound by Castle. Oh, he couldn't hang on to it. Caruso stripped it again. Shea sidestep 3. Missed it. Harper rebound. Ooh, what a game. And it's Castle, Wemby. Castle stuck. Oh, lobs it to Wemby. Oh, nice pass. Foul by AJ Mitchell. He'll go to the line, Wemby will. Wemby slow getting up. Hope he's all right. Side out, so it wasn't a shooting foul. Caruso and Wemby out to Castle. Wemby goes over to set a pick. There's your switch. Wemby's in the middle. They can't get it to him. Vassell corner 3. Good. Oh, he willed it in. Up by 4. Wow, Vassell. Shea, screen by Caruso. Down the lane. Wemby's there. Fade away elbow. Good. Tough shot to make, especially after you collided with Wemby. 2 minutes to go. Spurs up 2. Oh, Wemby tramples Caruso. It's a foul on Wemby. Mitchell Ervin with the call. Caruso has Wemby's number tonight. You know, that's just a good read by Caruso because Wemby dipped his shoulder to make a cut, and Dagno wants a flagrant. Come on, Dagno. He's ridiculous sometimes. Kind of annoying, honestly, sometimes. I don't think Steve Kerr would ever do that, you know. Come on. We're going to review this? Are you serious? Let's just review every single charge that occurs. Wow. Adam, what have you done to my game? Horrendous. This should take 2 seconds. So what he did was he lowered his shoulder to cut. Caruso read the reading of the lowering of the shoulder, stepped in front, took the charge. Super awesome high IQ by Caruso. It's lame that they're even checking this. He's just trying to get his shoulder to lead into a cut. Like, there's no windup. Duh. Lame. Adam Silver, this is your league. This is your pansy league now. Horrible. What are we going to do? Review every charge from now on? Lame. All right, it's Caruso and it's Shea now. Got the switch onto Wemby. Castle stays. So Caruso's wide open for 3. Hits a 7th 3 of the night. Why don't you adjust? You can't just keep doing that all game. That's on Mitch Johnson. OKC leads. Man, you got to adjust. Caruso's not just, it's his birthday. No, this guy's good. Probably be an all-star if he, started all the time. Castle right side, screen Wemby. They're discombobulated. Champagnie has to shoot a 3. He got it. Swish over Chet. Chet hangs his head. Never do that. Don't hang your head, Chet. Like, it bothered you. We double Shea. Kick it to Caruso at the nail. Kick it out to J-Dub. Champagnie. He beats Champagnie. Floater. Good. Over Wemby. Tie ball game. Thanks to Champagnie's 3. 1:11 to go, or 1:12. Castle lets it roll. Screen by Wemby. Got the switch. Lob inside. Bad pass. Should have been holding. So 94 feet later, Shea attacks Castle. Misses it. Wemby's back. Loose ball. Wemby got the rebound. Great rebound over to Castle. Get the ball in Dylan Harper's hands, please. Vassell has to call timeout. Mitch Johnson does. 97 apiece. What a game. What a game. Dagno's going to yell at the ref again for some BS. Man, Dagno is the LeBron of coaches. That's my hot take. Man, stop it, Dagno. In fact, you were yelling at Mitchell Ervin, one of the best refs in the league. Ridiculous. He's the Luka or the LeBron of coaches in screaming for whistles. Stop it. He's a flagrant merchant or whatever. Stop it, Dagno. I'm losing respect for you by the second here. Super annoying. Okay. One last look at the cap sheet. Yeah, there's nothing they can do. Only thing they could do is renounce Kristaps. And then you'd be left with minimums here. All right, we're back to action. Dylan Harper, yes, get him the ball. He's one-on-one, and I spoke too soon because he dribbles into a triple team. He still manages to get the ball out. Champagnie late clock. Swing it over to Dylan again. Crossover, falls down, loses the ball again, gets it back, shoots a desperation one. They gets a foul call. Dylan Harper doing some stuff, organized chaos stuff. What are you going to argue about there, Dagno? Review flagrant on Dylan Harper. No, but Dylan Harper, that's a reach in on Shea. They didn't call. Home court call. That's a reach in on Chet. They called that one. 2 shots for Dylan Harper. Hits it. Hit rim too. Harper's way better than Castle, I got to say. Number 2 pick, though, versus number 5 pick. And second free throw coming up. Got to make this. 1 point lead, 37.1 seconds left. Oh, they're going to call timeout after this as they sub out Shea. Automatic timeout on the rebound if they can get it. Harper hits. Timeout. Dagno. Let's go Spurs. 99-97 Q4 37.1 to go. Got a lot of Spurs fans tonight. Technically, it's go Spurs go is their mantra. All right, I got to stare at this cap sheet a million times. I think you got to let him walk. And then because of that, you need another dribbler. Oh, man, this is so tough. That's the only, normally I would want wings, but man. I think they're just better off keeping Porzingis and maybe finding a sign and trade. You're better off. I don't know. It's tough. You need someone who can dribble. That's the problem. Shea turns the corner on Castle. Fake, lefty, foul call on Castle. Castle can't believe it, but you got to know that they're going to give him huge leeway. So 2 shots coming up. Good news for the Spurs is that they'll have the ball. Shifty movement by Shea. Yeah, they're going to call every little thing there. Rattles in the free throw. It's a 1-point game. Spurs up 33.2. One more free throw. How many timeouts? One each, I think. So made it. Spurs ball. Stephon Castle to set the table. 33.2. Wemby at the mid post at the elbow with Caruso on him. Stephon milking the clock. Asks Vic to come set the screen. J-Dub got the switch. J-Dub holding, and it's Wemby up top circle. Caruso stays. No, he goes away. He spins Vic. He spins again. He shoots it. It rattles in. Victor Wembanyama. 101.99, 11.5. Too hard to handle. Wow. So yeah, going back to the cap sheet here. My conclusion on that, as I walk myself through it, is you might as well keep KP if you wanted to keep Melt, and then do a sign and trade for a Melton. Now, the problem with that idea is for a Melton type. Do a sign and trade for a Melton type. The problem with that, so you can sign them for $25 million because all of these things are held strong here. And you stick to being under the second apron, which you can do because you're re-signing your own people. Well, who's out there that's, 25 million that contract's gonna expire, let's say. We need to find a dribbler out there, and I don't know that there is one. You can go who actually I can't think of anybody. So someone come up with a mid-level type guy. That plus nobody wants Porzingis. All right, AJ Mitchell up top, winding it down. Left side shade, turns the corner on Castle, scores. And is it an and one? No, just a tie ball game. 3.1 to go. Castle on defense is kind of a liability, but it's Shea, so what are you going to do? Tough to do anything about that. Maybe you put Wemby on him. If this was game 7, I would consider it. Yeah, great play call as they, I'd rather give up the 2 than the 3. That's good chess move by Mark Dagno. Still, though, I don't like his baiting for flagrants and stuff and fouls and yelling at refs. But yeah. So 3.1, what do you do here? Great game. Let's check Discord for anything. Jump to the present on our NBA live feed VIP channel right here. You can't leave chat open in the corner for 3 on that. So great play design. It's the first time the Spurs are seeing that. So, a little bit easier to get away with chess moves here. Shea comes out for the defensive squad of OKC. It's going to be Harper, side inbound. Let's see what they go. Got to go to Wemby. And they go to Wemby. He's there, and he doesn't get it off. It gets blocked. We're going to go to overtime. Chet, just shoot the ball on the catch. So we go to overtime. Free basketball. What a game. What a game. What a game. We only have one vote? Man. In the poll. Free basketball. Let's play some basketball. Yeah. Ooh, here we go. Here's the last play. Should have shot it. See, shoot it right there. No need to extra dribble. That one might hurt, and that's why these are reasons why I thought OKC is probably going to win the series, is because of things like this that the Spurs, the young team, and Wemby need to go through. So might cost them. This could be, kind of the difference. But we'll see. It's hard to predict. Let me do some social media stuff. Let's upload a whole bunch of screenshots. Oh, there's 5? Okay. Throw all these in there. Thanks for commenting. And then we will follow the game. See, that's what Joe Varay noticed, and I noticed, and certain other people didn't notice. Okay. Let me do some social media marketing. All right, here we go. Jump ball, center court. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Vassell for 3. Missed it. Chet Holmgren rebound. Closeout by Shea. And it's Shea. Turn corner, lost the ball, trying to gather. Good defense by Vassell. Right side. Dylan Harper was a little bit too eager. That's his first mistake of the game, though. Little bit too eager. Up top, AJ. Switch over to back to Shea up top, Dylan Harper. 1-2-2 zone. That's what you do against Shea. Shea sidestep 3, off. Rebound, Cason. Over to Caruso. Knocked away by Champagnie. And it goes off of Caruso. John Goebel points the other way. Caruso doesn't do the twirl, so he knows that he screwed up. Castle got the switch. Mitchell tries to go left. Caruso there to help. Gets knocked. Foul. AJ Mitchell on the spin. Wemby was on the other side, and Caruso was cheating over to Wemby, so wasn't going that way. So good creation by Castle to create a foul. Oh, Cason Wallace got his hand on the ball on the inbound pass to Wemby. I don't know. I mean, Wemby caught the ball. Just turn around and shoot it. Stefan and J-Dub. Screen JC. Wemby's there at the top. Screen for Castle. He's got a lot of room. He dunks it over Shea. Look at the hang time. Incredible hang time by Castle. Gives a thumbs up to the bench. So Castle rising up to the occasion. Shai gets a switch. Champagnie beats him left side. Floater. No good. Wemby rebound. Brings it up. Over to Champagnie. Over to Castle. Castle attacks AJ. Leaves his feet. Loses it. Bad pass. Dylan Harper couldn't handle it. J-Dub 94 feet. Blocked. Blocked by Champagnie. Out of bounds. Wemby says it's their ball. No. John Goebel points the other way. Says review this. Challenge. Says Wemby. Mitch Johnson's going to challenge. Looks like they're going to win the challenge considering how confident they were in that one. So timeout. OT 3:13 to go. It's a challenge. That allows me to do more of my social media marketing. Let's see. This one. Nope. Layout. Guess I can only do 4 at a time. It sucks. I'm not even looking at the replay right now because I'm quite confident the Spurs will not screw this up. They do not go to commercial. Basic. Okay. There we go. All right, Spurs won the challenge. That was quick. They didn't take forever for once. Castle screen Champagnie. Chet blitzes out, but retreats. Got another pick from Wemby. Wemby posting up on J-Dub. Elbow. Nothing there for Champagnie. Good defense by Chet. Gets it over to Dylan Harper. He's going to have to create. Crosses over on AJ. Kick it out to Castle for 3 over Caruso. No good. Wemby rebound. Put back good over J-Dub. Chet couldn't get there in time to help out. Like I said, I feel like Chet's been a little slow by 0.2 seconds tonight, which is good for Spurs fans. Shai turns corner, kick it to Caruso. 8 threes? No. Still stuck at 7. Holding on Wemby. Chet got the benefit of the call there. We're back to action. Up top, AJ. Dylan kind of holding Shai, but had to let him go. Drive kick, Caruso, 8 threes. Yes, 8 threes for Caruso. They don't have an answer for that. But they've gotten away with it. I mean, they're still up by 1, the Spurs are. So, but that's definitely something they're going to want to look at for game 2. Because he's accounted for 24 points. At least. Castle and J-Dub. Wemby's there with Caruso on him. Crossover. Turnover. Turnover, Castle again. J-Dub's going to get a dunk. OKC goes up by 1. Plenty of time, though. 152. Castle up top. Everybody standing up. AJ Mitchell up there. And Wemby posts up at the circle. J-Dub on him. He attacks. AJ shows. Reaching. No call. Wemby's not arguing. Caruso steal over to AJ for the dagger. No good. Out of bounds on Chet. Wow. Well, make or miss league, right? That's a dagger that would have put him up by 4, OKC, with 128 to go, but he missed it. So Spurs down by 1, 128 to go. No more turnovers, Castle. How many is that 3 only. It feels like, wait, no, 11 turnovers. Yeah. Can't do that. Wemby, Caruso, Champagnie on the handoff. Champagnie in the corner for 3, no good. Wemby tip. Shai's there. Wemby can't quite get it. Out of bounds. Caruso knocks it off of Wemby. 1:08 to go. What a game by Caruso. $24 points, right? 30. Oh, sorry. 8 threes. Wow. Oh man. And that's your, role player win you one game out of the 4. So, and your superstars win you the rest. So it'd be 2 games won by Shai and 1 by J-Dub. Strong pick. Shai turns it, spins and dunks it. 3-point lead OKC. Spurs falling apart. They absolutely have to score here. This is the game right here. Get it to Champagnie for 3 over Chet. No good. Brick. J-Dub leaps and got the tip. AJ Mitchell rebound. J-Dub controls. OKC up by 3. 40 seconds to go. Absolutely need a stop. Spurs do. Shai with the ghost screen. J-Dub, tough shot. Bricked it. Strangely bad shot. Wemby for 3 deep. He got it. Oh, Wemby ties the game with 26. The cheat code. What a game. What a game. Just when you thought the Spurs were going to lay down. Timeout, OKC. This is an Insta classic. 26.3 to go. Wemby's really good. Who knew? It's the Wemby Caruso show, although Shai's done his part as well. Not quite as dominant, but 24 points, 10 assists, 5 steals. Castle with 11 turnovers. Castle needs to do better. All right, here we go. Spurs are going to need to stop. It's AJ Mitchell up top. We got 18 seconds. There's a 2.5 differential on the shot clock. So shot clock's at 11. AJ just burns it. Trying to get Shai. Vassell switched out. Shai and Vassell turns left corner. Got him. Oh, he spun back. Wemby helps. 3-ball J-Dub for the win. Short. Tips it over to Dylan Harper. Timeout called by Mitch Johnson with 0.4 to go. I think Shai kind of made a mistake. He had him beat, and he spun across. What a game, though. Yeah, I do think Plumlee's on the team for the Spurs. Mason Plumlee. Well, you just tipped the ball to Wemby here. Oh, shoot. Guy's with Neymar. Guy doing things this summer. Guy. And Guy got a tattoo? Wow. Here we go. 0.7. They gave him 0.7. Sorry. And, lob to Stefan. Caruso was there to guard him. And we'll go into a second overtime. Tied 108. End OT1. Wow. This is cinema. I know, right? At least we got a few more people on. All right, we're going to go into double overtime. I'm doing some social media marketing while I can. All right, I need to copy that last screenshot I did from Naberto. Upload a file, this one. Send it. What a game, what a game, what a game. All right, let me do restroom break real quick. Restroom break plus commercial. Be right back. I forgot to run the commercial last time. Whoops. Here's a commercial. All right, y'all, I'm back, and I missed the first 40 seconds, but I don't know. Is that a foul on Chet? My bad. Caruso checks back in. Still tied. And it's Castle. On him is now it's Chet. Goes left side. Champagnie stripped by keystone. Over to Shai. Man. Shai to the nail, kick it to Chet. Sidestep a three. He made it tougher. Missed it. Rebound Dillon. And Wemby goes down the lane and dunks it. Sorry, I'm still trying to do my social media marketing. And inside, Lou Dort, no good. Wemby rebound. He's keeping the ball. He's attacking. It's a foul on A.J. Mitchell, who gets hit in the family jewels. Wow, Wemby's emphatic dunk. Good on Wemby to accept the challenge, accept the physicality. He'll go to the line. Wemby stepping up. Mitch Johnson with the rooting for his boy. Spurs up by 2. Free throw is good. Wemby with probably massive numbers by now. 36, 21 rebounds, 11 for 12 on the line, 12 for 23 field, 1 for 2 on threes. The only one he made was that clutch one at the end of the first overtime, 23 seconds. Oops, let's get the score out of the way. Old score. Spurs, Wemby hits, Spurs up by 4, 3:16 to go. Caruso sets the table. No, it's J-Dub with it. Shai flares out, gets the catch. Here comes a screen by Caruso. Switch. Shai and Champagnie. Between the legs, behind the back, beats him left side, draws Wemby over to Caruso. Corner 3. Wemby closeout. Short. Can't get the 9th 3 of the night. I guess they're willing to live with that, you know? Why not? I mean, you can't change the game plan in the middle of the game like that in game 1. Dylan Harper, who I prefer than Castle, against J-Dub. Great defense by J-Dub. Almost lost it. Reset it. Champagnie back to Dylan. He has to fire it. Shot clock violation. That was horrid. But Spurs still up by 4. So that part didn't work. And Castle has 3 fouls. Is Castle in the game right now? Hold on. I don't like the close-ups of the bench. Yeah, Castle's in there. They double. Shai, get it over to Wallace for 3. Splash. Spurs up by 1. Up, J-Dub got hurt. He's, no, he just lost a piece of equipment. And he runs back. So it's 5-on-5. Chet and Castle. He's got the mismatch. Kick it over to Dylan Harper. Jab step on Shai. Draws 2. Switches to the right hand and gets hit in the face. Late call by Mitchell Ervin. Mitchell Ervin, as the other 2 refs that I don't like, of course, they didn't call anything, and Mitchell Ervin has to be the one stepping up. Mitchell Ervin, my favorite ref out of these 3. Zach Zarba and John Goebel. Goebel, I don't like at all. Zarba, he's been getting better over the years, but so Dylan Harper with an amazing move, switch to his offhand, which is the right hand, score it, and 1 on Shai as he hit him in the face. I think it's an and 1, right? No, Caruso hit him in the face. If it was Dagno would be like, flagrant review. That's why I hope OKC loses, because I can't stand all this flopping. Is this the real finals? Absolutely. Yes. However, you know, it's kind of neat to see whoever survives the East because they're so different, but these are the 2 best teams in the NBA for sure. Dylan Harper, man. Incredible. Not a bad number 2 pick at all. We're going to review this for Flagrant? Yes, we are. Shouldn't take long. It's not a flagrant, but it's definitely a foul on Caruso, which will give him how many fouls? 4. Did they rule on this yet? Let's check the play-by-play. Caruso shooting, 3 fouls. So he has 3, not 4. Oops, I forgot. You can't hit the back button on the NBA website. This should be obvious. It's not a flagrant. But if Dylan Harper can make it, in fact, this helps Harper in terms of recovering from the hit to the face to now shoot a free throw. Oh, Shai with a follow through. Yeah, but they didn't call a foul on Shai, so I don't know. Let's see. Nah, I'm going to disagree on that. Shai's just trying to block it. Oh, the extra push maybe after? I don't know. Can't tell from that angle. I don't think Shai did anything wrong or anything malicious there. It's just a great play by Dylan Harper. And actually, I think the review of all this, which sometimes gets to be excessive and unnecessary, like I'm calling the process of a flagrant is flagrant. No, but that whole review process helps out Dylan Harper. Now, he might miss this, and then I will have put egg on my face. He makes it. See, I think that whole review process actually helped Dylan Harper, oddly. And it's Shai and Castle with Dylan Harper showing, and he deflects it. Bad pass by Shai. Wow. Up by 4, 1:43 to go. Dylan Harper with the ball with J-Dub on him. And he crosses over. Great behind the back. What a move. Short. J-Dub beat him on that one. Well, great one-on-one display, although it's a lot of one-on-one. Shai inside out. J-Dub trail 3. Got it. Oh, man. OKC down by 1. 1:21 to go. Stop clock. Wemby will set the table. Caruso, nope, they get back to Champagnie. Castle goes and gets the handoff. And Wallace is on him. Everything's going to be milked down. Dylan Harper will post up at the circle. And J-Dub, and they're looking for Wemby. They got it inside. Great pass to Wemby. Dunk it over Chet and 1. Chet again late. Chet's late all game long. I don't care, though. I'm glad that he's late. But you got to gamble just a little bit, Chet. His reaction time way too slow. And by the way, superb pass by Harper. It's hard to get it past Caruso. And I'm glad. Chet, this is the at least 3 times, maybe 4 that I've said he's just reading it 0.2 seconds late. Even if it's 0.1, you're late. But keep being late. Be late for 6 more games, I hope. Wemby hits. Back up by 4. 1 minute to go. Shai brings it up on Castle. Over to J-Dub, back to Shai. Shai way up top against Champagnie now. Behind the back. Gets the position over to Caruso corner, drives and misses it against Wemby, but Chet's there. Oh, blocked by Vassell, but J-Dub's there, and he smoked it. J-Dub smoked the putback. Vassell with a huge block on Chet. Wow, on Chet or Caruso? Oh, man, I can't remember the play. That was on Chet, right? Caruso smoked the first layup. It's tough. And it's Castle got the switch. Shai. Oh, Wemby. Oh, Caruso fell down. They threw it up to Wemby. Dunk. The cheat code. It's good to have a cheat code and a bunch of ball handlers around you. You got 2 shooters in Vassell and Champagnie and 2 ball handlers. It's fun to play with Wemby. Fun to play with Wemby. Yeah, it's pretty much tonight's shows. What we learned tonight, no way is SGA winning 3 in a row. I second that, Bruce. Best player in the NBA is Wemby. Whoops, I should put that. Yeah, Bruce, I'm with you on that one. So it is Spurs up by 6, pretty much insurmountable with 22 seconds left. 41 points and 22 rebounds is insane. Long game 1. Wemby is great. Hard to relate to him. Yeah. Wemby is different for sure. Yeah, man. Incredible. And you got to credit certain guys. Vassell, man. J-Dub goes all the way to the rim. Wemby's there to snuff him out. And they're going to win game 1. Dylan Harper fouled by Jared McCain. Woo-wee. Wemby seals the deal. It is over. Gonna be over. Oh, Dina gone. Oh, I was trying to tag you about an hour ago. I forgot what I was going to tag you about. Yeah, he also pulled that 3. Wemby, craziness. Yeah. Sweep him. No, just kidding. Dylan Harper, bucket good. Oh, that's a great photo right there. That's a great photo right there. Of Wemby. Incredible. Silences George Kittle of all people in the crowd. George Kittle. Come on, bro. But he's from that area, isn't he? Probably. Probablement in French. 825. Send myself those screenshots. What'd they do? They fouled Caruso? Guess they fouled Caruso. Next live is going to be Thursday, 5 o'clock. Valkyrie's Liberty. FYI. Not quite yet tuning out of the live, though. Say hello to Peacock. What is this? Ew. This is the reason why, again, this is why I like my idea of going out to get Kawhi. And then you have a $13 million mid-level to get somebody, get Melton maybe back, sign and trade Porzingis for LeBron, take a discount LeBron, 20 million, Draymond takes a discount. Spurs win. But yeah, that's why, this is why. What you're watching right here, the cheat code there, this is why you need to go out and get Kawhi and LeBron. That's my idea. Now, if we did a vote, you'd still say that the Spurs would beat us, but I think this one has way more of a chance, especially if we end the season and we get Moses back. But yeah, it's my idea. All right, guys. So that's it for tonight. I'm glad you hopped on with me. I got some things lined up. I got a video essay about which was taken from the live that Dean and I did on draft lottery day. And that one is about, just having the perspective and still being excited about these Warriors. And then the second thing that's coming up is Draft Primer 2.0 with Eric G. And that came from another live as well. Castle with bad triple-double, yeah. So, see you guys Thursday. Just Us 123, Brate, Mater, and GSV, Valhalla. We will see you Thursday. Take care. Thank you for joining. Have a good night.